Alright, hey guys, this is a little bit weird. I've never done this before, and it's all being recorded on my laptop, so if this turns out really weird and awkward without any sort of editing at all, you know why. Um, I wanted to do a little warm-up video for everybody, because I know everyone doesn't get to show up every Saturday with us and train with us. And a lot of the time, even when we do train, we don't really go through the warm-ups because it's just not relevant to what we do. Which isn't to say that we don't do them, but we would do them beforehand. So I thought this would be a good resource to have, so everyone can kind of reference this and figure out a way to warm up before they start doing practices. So welcome to the dojo. There's not a lot of space over here, which we're doing what we can with what we have, but I figure it's probably the same for most of you at home as well. You don't have a lot of space, you don't have a lot of equipment, which is why I think this warm-up is perfect for what we're going to be doing. You don't have to stick to this warm-up every day. I don't. As long as you have something that's sort of doing that warm-up for you, you can do whatever you want. But let's try and focus on two main things before we get started, and make sure that whatever warm-up you do, you have these two main things, which is one, you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're really using your entire body, having all sorts of motion before you start doing the actual exercises. And it's just because stuff like martial arts, you have to use your whole body in a lot of different ways, and you wouldn't want to pull anything while you do it. So you want a full range of motion, so not just something that's working one part of your body, but several exercises or one exercise that works your entire body the entire time. And number two, which is just raising your body temperature, like getting a sweat in. Warm-ups aren't just stretching around, walking around. Especially for this, it's super important to get that body temperature up. You don't want to pull a muscle, especially because right after this is going to be when you do your stretches. And if you need to know anything about static stretching and that sort of thing, which is super important, is if you do that cold, you end up risking injury, which is the exact opposite of what you're trying to do when you do stretching like that. So yeah, what we're gonna do, it'll probably take 8 to 10 minutes to do this. Every time, you don't need anything except a surface to work on. You don't even need a lot of space. And you can just follow along with me, and we can just go through this. And right after this, we're going to do a little bit of stretches, but I might save that for another video to split it up for everybody. Let's get going. Brief disclaimer before we start. You can make these as easy or as challenging as you want. If some of these exercises are too hard, if you're having a hard time with push-ups, go ahead and do something on your knees or lower the amount of reps that we do. Conversely, if it's too easy for you, you can go ahead and challenge yourself. Try to do something harder. Maybe go down deeper on those push-ups, try your knuckles, do more reps, whatever you really want to do. But it's really up to whatever exercise you feel like that day and what your skill level is. But whatever it is, stick to it and go through with it all the way. So if you decide I'm going to do 6 push-ups today, finish out those 6 push-ups like you said you're going to do. Then we can move on, try and add maybe 1 more or 2 more the next time around when you start these things. Alright? Cool. Timer starts now. We start running in place, we're gentle. Knees up. Just getting your body moving. Nothing special. And with those knees hip level. Alright, drop down 10 push-ups. The back straight, head level, 10. Go. Get back to running when you're done. And I'm going to do jump lunges. I'm going to do 10 of these. Lunge all the way down. We touch the ground, switch over. Lunge, 10. Three, two, one, and back to run. A little break. We're going to do 15 crunches. Alright, sit up, sit down. 15 of these. And back up. Always do something. Now you're 10 burpees. Get down in that push-up position. Sit up. Give a little jump. That's one burpee. We're going to do 10 of those. Go. And back to run. Take this time as you're jogging, sort of study your breathing. Try to recover actively, just like you would do in a sparring session. And the last one of these, your 10 Black Widows. Back in a push-up position, one foot up. We're gonna arch our hips up. Bring it down, that's one. 10 of those. Last one. And then jumping jacks. A little more active movement here. You actually be sweating. I'm sweating. And cherry pickers. Feet shoulder width apart. You're going to reach the front, the middle, and back behind your feet. Front, middle, back. And that is one. We're going to do 10 of those. Go. Alright, back to jumping jacks. Try to keep balanced. And we're going to do 10 under overs. In that push-up position, reach all the way back, I'm gonna go all the way down like you're under a fence and up and over. Like that. 10 of those. Alright, back jumping jacks. I'm gonna finish up with a last exercise. The rowboats. You go down. The rowboat, you have your body extended out. You're gonna crunch back in and out. That's 1. 10 of those. Go. And up. Cool. That's going to be the end of that set. You can repeat that if you like. That's plenty for me as a warm up. From here, we're just going to shadow boxing. And that's really whatever you want it to be. We're in that fighting stance, whatever you want to pick. You're going to throw punches, you throw kicks. Nothing too crazy. You don't want to pull anything yet. If you're not comfortable doing that, just work on doing movement. For me personally, I'm just going to work on movement and footwork and all those little crazy things that have to get done. We're going to do about 30 seconds to a minute on each side. I recommend that you do both sides, left and right leg. If you don't, that's totally fine. Just double the amount of time on one side. All right, go. And switch the legs. Other side if you're going to do it. Yeah. Time. Alright, that's it. Hope you guys got something useful out of that. If not, something you can grab from there. From here, next step's usually getting those stretches in, getting your ligaments and your muscles nice and loose so you can start training. But, cool. Good job, everybody.